the bottom of that in a little bit, but we'll advance on with Jonathan Castro and Kyle Mohan. Jonathan Castro qualifying yesterday 16th, Kyle Mohan qualifying 17th. Fairly equally matched battle here. Kyle Mohan's been really hitting his strides. He's been having some engine issues, but you know, the rotary always fires up, and he's ready to get back out there. Jonathan Castro looked really good yesterday. I like the smoothness of his driving. You know, he debuted this new car at round 1, and he just came out swinging. So some great driving. Let's see again, Jonathan Castro and Kyle Mohan. All right, so here we go. Castro, Jordo Metal-Dam, Toyota GR86 versus Kyle the Menace Mohan. Kyle Mohan from Long Beach, California. Castro from the Dominican Republic. Here's the first run of this Rockstar Energy Drink Top 32. Castro leads. Mohan giving chase. A couple cars need to close that gap there for Mohan. Castro sticking it to the wall. Mohan looks like he massaged it a little bit higher. But that's what I was talking about. That composure that Castro GR86 has is really nice. Just the fluidity. It's really complementing the track. You can see how wide he gets on that second outside zone. Now tightening up to that second inside clip and see how they handle that last one. Ooh, looks like Castro got a little nervous, kind of puckered up, sucked up that back bumper, ensuring that he didn't hit that last outside zone. All right, so let's take a look here at our replay, our United States Air Force instant replay.
Yeah, let's take a look at where Castro's positioning his car and how well Mohan is mimicking what Castro is doing. So Castro is pretty high in outside zone 1. Mohan starts off a little bit lower, but works his way up. May have had a little wall tap there midway through outside zone 1. He's not super close, but he's mimicking the line more or less that Castro's laying down. He's just doing it from a few car lengths behind. We'd like to see more proximity there from Mohan. And you can see right at the finish line there, Castro gets out wide to outside zone 3. And then it looks like you said, like he was not really at the maximum amount of angle we've seen some drivers achieve through outside zone number 3. But overall, doing a good job in the lead position. Castro looks really settled. His car's not moving around a lot. Once he gets the angle, he's set. He's in the zone. He's not working the wheel a lot. The car looks really settled, and he looks confident. I'd like to see more angle at outside zone 3, but the big story here is really Kyle Mohan not achieving that level of mimicry in terms of proximity and line. He's doing the line, but a little bit further back. We'd like to see that, but closer.
Yeah, just a little more refined, getting that, like you said, that proximity. All right, so Kyle Mohan looks like taking a look. Something might have been on track. So either fluids or some parts. We'll clear it up. Osbo and his team, you can see it right there. All hands on deck. Now, Ryan, you said that fault needed to be deemed, and that was obviously Dan Burkett, correct?
That's correct, yeah. The fault was assessed on Dan Burkett.
All right, look at this. Lorette getting all the, can you feel the energy right now? Do you feel the tension, Lorette? Down to you.
Jared, right now, down here in the pits, the energy is vibrating. It is just absolutely buzzing down here, and you can see the live shot, Frederick Osbo and his team working on the car. The tow arm is bent in the back, and since every car is different, they should be able to fix this in the 10 minutes allotted. But if there's subframe damage, that could extend the time, and he would have to call the 5 minutes. Jared?
Thank you so much. So we are getting word that Dan Burkett is not going to repair his car. They are done. But thank you so much, Lorette, and I appreciate the insight. So now what just needs to happen is Osbo needs to show that the car runs, and that would be not a buy run, just a completion to show that the car is capable. What's good for him is he does have a halftime break in between 32 and 16, so ample time as, 16 kicks back off here, this evening at 7 o'clock. That's when we'll be back out here for the continuation of top 16. Ample time, just get it out there on the track because basically Dan Burkett has parked it.
Right, he doesn't have to run a 100-point run. He just needs to get out there and prove that it'll leave the line, and that's enough.
All right, so Jonathan Castro, Kyle Mohan, going to alternate order. Kyle Mohan, Renewable Lubricants, Mazda Tricks, Mazda RX-8, Kyle Mohan Racing, and of course, the Dominican Republic driver, Jonathan Castro. Jordo Metal-Dam with that straight line approach and that Toyota GR86. Now, you can see, now it looks like Mohan is answering exactly what you did, but Castro, he's down. He needs to get up there. He needs to get that distance. and needs to close that gap. So it's almost like they're alternating positions, not just lead and chase. Ooh, Mohan got the attitude of the vehicle. A little switched up there. He's throwing it down out front, Mohan's doing exactly what you guys are requesting. I mean, he was high on the bank. Castro, you know, seemed like he had the power on that first run, but just not part of the equation.
Yeah, he's definitely not putting the car where he needs to in the chase position. He's low in outside zone 1. He doesn't really have the proximity until very late in the run that we were looking for either. In the lead, Mohan's putting his car in all the right spaces. Just had that little bobble as he hit the wall in outside zone number 2. But let's watch the replay here and have a look at it again. Look at where Castro's car is. He's down below those white painted lines we have in outside zone 1. Kyle's up there in outside zone 1, right where he should be. Kyle transitions nicely for inside clip 1, misses it right on that first hash mark, and then Castro here, again, a little bit inside until about halfway through outside zone 2. Kyle's doing a great job in the lead position, putting his car where it needs to be. In the chase, Castro really just needed to put together a clean chase run with a bit of proximity thrown in for good measure, and he would have had an advantage there, but it looks like Castro really is not achieving the level of angle or line mimicry that he needs while also not having the proximity. So if you looked at what Kyle was doing in his chase, he was on pretty much the same line as Castro was, just a little bit further behind. So Mohan may have an advantage there in the chase-to-chase comparison.
All right, so we can see Osbo, the wheel is on. That is a good sign for him and his team, the Motegi Racing wheels, the Nitto tires. Yeah, it looks like they're just visually aligning it. They're not. Just lead the line, get it out there, and he will get the victory here. So let's go to the judges in regards to Castro and Mohan. Slide him left for Castro, right for Kyle Mohan. Mohan gets the win, 2-1. Mohan gets the win.